Hi and welcome. Welcome back to another Onkruid video. Just some early morning vibes, you know, get the blood flowing, get the blood pumping, get the juices actually streaming through my body. And straight into the daily Noita attempt we go. A wand with the energy sphere and unstable crystals. You know that we are more of a based bomb slash dynamite enjoyer. Either way, we're just gonna make it work. We're gonna try to do our best with the tools we are given. This video also has a double function of showing my amazing morning routine. Let's not drown in oil right at the start of the run. Oh, god damn it. Which consists of me just drinking a nice little yogurt drink. Normally it's not the case. Normally I don't actually even enjoy yogurt all that much. I don't like the texture. The taste can be okay, but it's not for me. It's the same with things like pudding and stuff. It's not something I really enjoy. Either way, yesterday I went to a bio store here in Leuven. A store with all biological products, which I think means that they are a bit more naturally produced, if that makes any sense. A little bit less chemical additives and stuff like that. Just like really good old labor out on the farm. It might be a very ignorant definition of what biological actually means. Either way, I got a whole bag filled with vegetables and some other things. And those other things consisted, for example, of yogurt drinks, 2 of them. And if you don't know about the Too Good To Go app, its main premise is you get to collect the food that they would otherwise just throw away for a lot cheaper of a price than what they would normally ask for the food. And here, for example, this means that unstable teleportium potion. Guess we can teleport around if we want to. Gulp. No, here we have been already. Gulp. Gulp. Oh. Whoa, something's going on. I guess drinking it is not the best approach because then you keep teleporting. You're better off pouring some on the ground and then standing and then going into it, I think. Is this enough? No, it's not enough. That's enough. We'll keep landing at places where we have already been. Either way, I should finish my train of thought before going on to the next topics. And I was always very curious to see what that biological stores Too Good To Go had to offer. So I'm very glad that I finally figured it out by going there once. There was also like a whole bunch of potatoes in that bag. There were some sweet potatoes in there, which is a vegetable I very much enjoy. Probably one of my favorite vegetables, if not my favorite vegetables. A vegetable right up there with broccoli. Broccoli is amazing. There was a whole bunch of rocket in there. I think that's the name for that specific type of like really tangy lettuce. The spicy lettuce, if you will. There was 1 carrot in there which looked a bit mangled, but either way, still, a carrot is a carrot. All in all, in general, just like the ingredients for a very nice vegetarian winter stew. Where did all this water come from is a good question indeed. I have no idea what's going on, where we are. This is definitely like a new type of enemy we have never seen before. Yeah, and there we go. Not the greatest run attempt, but we were exploring some new things by the end, so at least that's something. But damn, this game is still devilishly hard, you know. Firebolt, energy sphere yet again. It pretty much remains to be seen whether it was worth it to actually get that packet of food, because, well, I haven't cooked with it yet, so I don't necessarily know in what state the vegetables actually are. Are they still usable, or are they really like too far over the edge to be safe to eat? I know that a bunch of the potatoes, for example, had like the little twigs, the little new sprouts sticking out of them already, but that's really no big deal. You can just cut them off while you're peeling them. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. Here we go, we're almost dead again. I actually love the concept of the Too Good To Go app though. I hate how much food is being wasted across the world, and contributing to lessening that number or that amount even a little bit is already very appropriate for my life goals. And as a clinical psychologist, I know how important it is to act accordingly to your life goals, otherwise cognitive dissonance will arise. Cognitive dissonance is when, in a very basic manner, explained really quickly, is when you do something that doesn't actually really align with your values and your life goals. And then you're wondering, like, why would I do something if it's not aligned? And to solve that discrepancy, you try to either change your, well, you most of the time change your life goals. Yeah. But not in reality, right? Like, you're just trying to make it less bad for yourself, or looking like less bad for yourself, looking like you actually didn't disregard your goals all that much. For example, if you fail a test where normally academic achievement is important for you, that gives you discomfort because you're like, oh, I failed, damn, and normally it's important for me. And the solvation, the problem solving mechanic you employ then could be reducing cognitive dissonance by, for example, telling yourself, well, you know what, actually academic achievement might not be as important for me at all. Maybe it's just something my parents instilled and it's not my actual goal in life. And that is what cognitive dissonance is all about. We want to reduce it. We want to have it as minimally as possible, because it brings us discomfort. Something I learned while studying social psychology in my first year of university. It has never left my mind. Because it's also a concept that a bunch of people that are like kind of into interesting psychology things, that don't necessarily study psychology as like a university study, but just look up things that they find interesting, they most of the time also stumble upon cognitive dissonance. So it's a subject that comes up in a bunch of YouTube videos most of the time. And I guess the fact that it's such an accessible concept that most of us have, okay, Mr. Aimbot, most of us have some experience with, that also makes it easier for people to think about cognitive dissonance. Because you all have to do things in life sometimes that don't really align with your goals and values, right? For example, when you're a kid, your goals and values are having fun. And doing homework is not fun at all. So whenever you're doing homework, you need to find a way to lessen that burden, lessen that impact, lessen that feeling of, hey, I'm doing something that I don't actually want to do. That's when you can, for example, kind of think like, maybe this can still be fun because it means that later in life I will be able to have fun if I do the homework now. This is the craziest wand we have had so far. It looks so interesting. Hopefully it also damages a lot though. I'll go for enemies dropping blood money. Oh yeah, it seems to be dealing a lot of damage. I think we actually did a nice purchase here. Alright, now we really have some potential. Yesterday, during the editing of the 6th episode of this series, that gives you a little bit of an idea of the backlog, I had something click, you know, some switch in my mind all of a sudden clicked. And all of a sudden I felt like I really realized a lot better what YouTube video pacing should be all about. I don't know if you noticed it. Maybe I'm spitting out complete bullshit and you're like, episode 6 was just as slow, as boring as all of your other videos. But I felt like I realized something, you know? I know for a fact that I cleared out a lot more footage than I would normally do. And what I mean by that is normally I would just like, when editing, look at, oh, I'm talking at this point because I see that my mic audio is loud. All right, let's cut to that part and let's leave out the rest. Now I was like, even when I was talking, I was actually listening and asking myself like, is this interesting? And is this good for the pacing of the video? Or am I just rambling on a bit like, all right, I'm gonna get this spell and use this ability, and you know, because that's not good for the pacing. There, for example, instead of going over every wand and showing that on video while talking, I need to shut up because it's not interesting for the pacing. Same here. I would love to get a small permanent shield. I think that sounds very helpful. But what does it mean, permanent? Does that mean that it's just a one-time thing and it doesn't recharge? Or will it recharge when I get hit? Don't get into that vapor too far. I don't need to get too cocky because I feel like that danger definitely exists because of the strong wand we have. Okay, I don't know what that was. Fucking Kim Jong-un just launched a missile across the map straight to my face. Everything is going wrong for a second. Ah yeah, yes, alright, of course, that little totem down there exploded. How can I not realize that? That's so stupid of me. God damn it. Alright, at least we unlocked some new things. We found out that having a strong wand can actually really be helpful to progress throughout a Noita run. And we vibed together throughout the start of the video a little bit. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.